Questions through the mic, please, guys, and show of hands. And if I could ask, please, for your name and organisation for your question. We'll start just here, please.
Hiya, Pep. Jack Gorn for the Daily Mail. How proud are you of the players tonight after it's been a difficult couple of weeks, but that was a sensational performance?
Yeah, happy for the victory, of course, but for the performance as well. For try to play against this team in quite good personality. Football they start really well. The first 10-15 minutes I could not take the ball. We were not able to make a sequence, the 10-15 passes in a row. And then against them is always difficult. And after these 15 minutes we were really good. And when we were playing better, we concede a goal that we should not concede in this level, but sometimes we do these kind of things. And when Madrid were playing better, we scored a goal, and after that, for our rhythm and that, we scored the second one. So, yeah, today we're happy, but as close will be the second leg, we'll start to be worried, and no worry, but okay. Still is not over. There's one team in the world can overcome everything. Is this club for the experience, for the history, for everything. But for our people, hopefully we can do good performance and go through.
Hola Pep, Paul Ballors.
Hello Pep, for the DR Sport. They were saying that Manchester City needed a big European night and a great scenario that was a significant one. Do you think they found one? Well, this club only has a recap on the 70th semi-finals and champions, so we have not won anything, but to win at the Bernabeu is a great satisfaction for us. It's amazing to be able to win here for us, because we are not used to do these things, and we hope it will help us in the future to believe in ourselves and to be able to go at any stadium and play the way we did today.
Was it something of a relief to see the penalty end up in the back of the net?
Yeah, definitely.
And how did you eventually land on Kevin De Bruyne to be the penalty taker?
He was practicing, and penalty is personality, is a commitment. Is say one idea, I go there, no doubt, shoot, go, strong. And I say thank you, but not Kevin, all the takers. So penalty under pressure is not easy. And all the players who try to do it is incredible good news. And finally, we lost 4 penalties in a row, 5 like 6 or 7. So that's good for us, score a goal in this event.
¿Qué tal, Pepe?
Hello, Pep. Good evening. Antonio Ana live for Cadena Ser. We saw you talking with the referee as the match was over. Can you tell us what you tell him? And then Madrid is complaining about Gabriel Jesus' goal. Vinicius just said that seems to be a clear fault. He didn't understand why it was not called upon. How do you see that, and can you praise that? I believe the referee is retiring, and he knows. And he was talking with a very good friend of mine from Brescia, who said Piovani last week, and they played them against Napoli, and they were talking, and he told me they were talking, and I just mentioned that I was talking with my friend. Regarding the situation, it just got me with excitement. I didn't see it on TV, to be honest, but if they complain, maybe something happened. I don't know. Hello, Pep. How do you explain in 8 minutes how the match changed? It has different stages. When you were playing best, you were not scoring. When it seemed that you were going to score, they scored. And when you get down, then you score. You think that goal was key, 1-1? Of course. Of course. But the important thing is what we generated, the opportunities we had. Couture stopped blocked quite well, and maybe we're not fortunate on definition, but on my experience in this competition, there is no 90 minutes where you control everything. I haven't seen it, and great teams, what really great is this gestures, that chance that you play properly and you score. And when you're not playing properly and they generate dangers, then you defend properly. This competition can only be won like that. Because you're not able, with any team in Europe, any stadium, for 90 minutes to dominate and not to be dominated. It's too demanding, teams are too good, there's too much stress all over the place. Sometimes you need these, when except for Benzema in the first half, that we had a very good block. They didn't have a lot of opportunities, and we generated a lot, well, not a lot, but enough clear ones to score, and then after the goal we think we were a bit affected, but not enough to concede the second one, and then after being tied up, then we were at our level because of the mindset of scoring.
Problem with Aymeric Laporte, what was his injury and how serious is it?
I think his injury, yeah. It's a problem to be 4 months, 5 months injured. Come back in this demanding game, it's a pity, because we dream to be with him until the end, but unfortunately we suffer a lot this season in this department, but with John, with Eric, with Nico and Dino, we'll go through.
Pep, Paul Hayward, Daily Telegraph. Is it possible that you can use the UEFA problem to inspire your players, to drive them on, and did you do that today?
No. We cannot control what happened off the pitch, so only we can do is on the pitch, and they want to do it. So the last seasons we were outstanding. We were out for the Champions League, but we compete really, really well. So I remember in Anfield when we play incredible first minutes, and in 3 shoots and targets you concede 3 goals. Last season against Tottenham, we were good there. We missed a penalty. They shoot 1 shoot and target or 1.5. We concede in the last minute. So this competition is special for that. They want to do it, and they do it for ourselves, for our fans, of course. I want to be honest. It's not easy. For our club, leave that, also run opinions. But like yesterday I said, I'm so confident that everything is going to well, and what we can do to help the team is play good and winning games. That is only we can do. And hopefully the board, the lawyers, and the rest can convince the UEFA that we did the good things, the nice things, and not wrong things.
Good evening, Pep. Seriously, live for Club of the Imaginate. Congratulations for your win. You repeat history, and you're the coach of 2 wins that has more wins against Real Madrid on the 21st century. I don't know what kind of satisfaction you have of being doing that, having done that to a club that you praise a lot. I've been very lucky to train the club in my heart, Barca, and then in Bayern we lost and we played very well, and it was a disaster. So because we played really poorly, so I would say that Sword is being very good clubs and very good players. So there's a lot of work on everyone's side, and that's it. That's how we did it.
Man did an awful lot of Gabriel Jesus tonight. How impressed were you with the intelligence and quality of his performance?
There is not in the world one striker to make this intensity without the ball like Gabriel. He's a guy who have incredible runs in behind. He's not a special good player when receive the ball, frontal balls, have a little bit problems. But when he starts from the sides to make a diagonals, he's so fast, he's so good. And we decide to play without proper striker for the way they defend. They defend in a special way. They are so aggressive, man-to-man in the goal kicks, so high. And when that's happened, you have to make the pitch wide. If don't, it's so difficult because you provoke frontal balls. Sergio Ramos, Varane, Casemiro, Modric, and Valverde, they are incredible while winning these frontal balls. They want is to put the ball in diagonals and put the ball to the wingers as much quick as possible. In the first minutes we suffer because we're not able to make a sequence of passes. But after 10-15 minutes we make Gundogan, Rodri, Bernardo, Kevin. With Aime we had more fluidity with that. But I'm pretty sure now Zidane and his people is going to look what we have done, and the second game will be different. We have to be cautious or be alert what it's going to do and to adapt quick. and try to go there to win the game.
Hola Pep, Sidlo del diario.
From The Guardian, I would like to emphasize on that because you explained quite properly what you wanted with that design that we were a bit surprised about. And yesterday people were saying that in big moves you kind of think too much about your opponent. I don't know if today that was justified. You proved that you have to think a lot about the opponent. Maybe I didn't explain myself properly. I look at the opponents the most I can. We had 10 free days in England, and in those 10 days I watched the most amount of matches from Real Madrid, and you play according to them. I would have seen the defensive game was different, and the second half was 4-3 for 4-4-2, so it was a different space. That's why we changed at the end our attack, because the space was to attack. But never since I've been a coach I've looked to the match not to attack the opponent or to defend. Maybe I provide too much information to the players. That could happen, but I have to study it a lot because I have to know them, and I didn't know Valverde until I saw it in these few days. They press a lot ahead. I went to the Bernabeu, and Madrid never pressed hand to hand from the start. Now they did that. They did it on Camp Nou, and I thought if they can do it on Camp Nou, they will do it at home. So we're prepared, because if that happens, what are our alternatives? Otherwise, they'll steal the balls, they'll still having passes, and they go to your goal, and if you don't have a sequence of passes and a continuity and you make them run, you see after conceding the goal with their people, with their stadium, which is something impressive, then you have to protect through that. But always, although Thomas Müller says different, I always did that to attack. And I went to play to Camp Nou with Bayern Munich, with those trio, and we're starting hand by hand with Neymar, Messi and Luis Suarez. If that's not wanting to win and to dominate the ball, and after 10 minutes I said, well, this is a disaster and we have to do some substitutions. But my obligation is to tell my players this is going to happen, this is what they do. And maybe I should provide a bit less of information, maybe not so extensive, but we should have it, and the more the better. Hello, Pep from BBC. You said that you were 10 days studying a bit Real Madrid, but how long did you have to prepare your players? 2 days. So what have you done in those 2 days? 2 days, but in the previous week, the way to be able to press, we had trained already because of the way they attack. We trained on those days. In England, there are too many matches, so it's different of playing there 5 times or 4 times.
Hi Pep, Kian Sobani from Managing Madrid. When you go into planning for a game against Zidane, what is the thought process? Because this is a manager who tactically he's very versatile. He has a lot of variability. Sometimes he plays with a diamond with Isco. Yeah. Sometimes he has wingers with Bale on the flanks. Tries to
that was the doubt we had before when Isco played in that position. And before we leave, we said, maybe we prefer to play with 4-3-3 because lately are playing in that system, but maybe played with a diamond, and we said just take a look Vinicius where he plays. If he plays wide, we're going to play 4-3-3. If he plays more center, going to play in diamond. So take a look a little bit on that position. It depends on that, make some adjusting to have all the time, always the intention to have the ball as much as possible. The first half was equal, the second half as well. After, the 1-0 was better, and after we suffer a little bit, but it's normal in this stadium.
Hola Pep, Pablo.
Hello Pep, Pablo Parra for Diario Marca. For what you've seen today and in the last few weeks, do you think that Kevin De Bruyne is the best midfielder in the world? He is one of the best. Ferdinand said he was best. Rio Ferdinand. Well, I'm not going to talk back to him. Especially because of continuity time. Last year, unfortunately, he was injured for a long time. But this year, he was very creative, and he works a lot, he runs a lot, and he works hard. He's an amazing player.